All right. Well, welcome everyone to another Elevate Wednesday. Welcome to our month of harvest. We have a brand new song to open up. It's called The Garden Song, chosen by Kelby. And so yeah, let's check it out and sing it together.
And you may have learned this from The Muppets with John Denver, or Cat Stevens, or any number of other people. But tonight we'll do our own version, and we want you to sing with reckless abandon, please. Yes. Plant those seeds of joy and song. Here we go. We'll do a little intro to get us started. 1, 2, I want you. All right. We got some good dancing out there. I don't hear any tambourine yet, but the night is young. Here we go. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. Gonna mulch it deep and low, gonna make it fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, please bless these seeds I sow. Please keep them safe below till the rain comes tumbling down. Pulling weeds against stones, we are made of dreams and bones. Need a place to call my own, 'cause the time is close at hand. Grain for grain, sun and rain, find my way in nature's chain. Till my body and my brain tell the music of the land. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. Gonna mulch it deep and low, gonna make it fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, please bless these seeds I sow. Please keep them safe below till the rain comes tumbling down.
Come on back.
Plant your rose straight and long, seasoned with a prayer and song. Mother Earth will make you strong if you give her love and care. Inch by inch, row by row, please bless these seeds I sow. Please keep them safe below till the rain comes tumbling down. Row by row, gonna make this garden grow. Gonna mulch it deep and low, gonna make it fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. Gonna mulch it deep and low, gonna make it fertile ground.
Pablo Cardenas on piano, Peter Dowse on electric bass, and Kelby MacNayr vocals and drums. BTC Community Choir in the seats. Give yourselves a hand as you sit on down. Thank you. Welcome, welcome to another Elevate Wednesday at the Victoria Truth Center, whether you are here in person or you're tuning in online. Thank you. So before we go any further, I want to ask, is there anyone here for the first time today? Yes. Thank you. I know there's someone in the back who's not raising her hand, but that's okay. All right, so Floyd, thank you for being here today. Annie, thank you for being here on a Wednesday with us. And lady in the back in the black sweater, thank you for flying in all the way from Edmonton to be with us tonight. That's my mom, you guys. That's my mom. So really, really delighted to have you all here. How about we let those guys know how much we appreciate that they're here. We love you. We appreciate you. We're so glad you're here. Oh. All right, fantastic. So we come together on different occasions at the Victoria Truth Center to pretty much do one thing and one thing only. And that's to remember that really, there's only one thing going on. And whether you call it love, whether you call it spirit, source, universe, God, creativity, the infinite potentiality of the quantum field, it really doesn't matter what word or bunch of words you ascribe to the thing, the knowing, the feeling. It's the thing that we're celebrating. It's the thing that we're opening up to. It's the thing that we're reminding each other and ourselves that that's who and what we truly are. And here at VTC, we like to talk about love a lot. I mean, if you look over there, our mission statement is live life lovingly. And so what we're doing when we come together is we're reminding ourselves, we're reminding each other that not just is love is all there is, but love is who and what we are. And the more we cultivate that love, the more we plant and sow the seeds of love, the more we recognize and acknowledge it in ourselves, and then the more we're able to recognize and acknowledge and celebrate it in everyone and everything around us. So how does that sound on a Wednesday evening here at VTC? Sound good? All right, fantastic. So let us also remember where we are celebrating and acknowledging that love, that we are on the unceded lands of the Lekwungen peoples, the Songhees and Esquimalt nations. And if we take a look at some of the things that are important to, this time it was the Esquimalt nation, stewardship, natural laws, and community. Isn't that kind of what we're doing here? We're building community founded in love. And so there was a quote on their website that says, take care of the land, water, and resources, and they will take care of you. Now, if that doesn't talk about how we're all interconnected and how every single thing we do, every thought we think, every breath we take, every word we speak, every action step that we lean into, all of that not only affects us, but affects everyone and everything around us. And if we just pay more attention to that, if we become more intentional with our words, our thoughts, our ideas, the things that we do, then isn't that kind of like celebrating the love that we all are, that the land is, revering it, acknowledging it, and championing it as often as we can? At least I think that's what it is. So grateful to be able to do that here, now, live, breathe, work, and play, and co-create together. Haishka. All right, so we have some reflective music now with the Elevate Trio. Gentlemen, take it away. So just taking a moment to linger in those melodies, in those harmonies, in the playfulness of every intentional note, knowing that what has been shared, what is still present in the room, what is being activated in every single soul here and beyond is love. And so as we take a moment to just breathe in this beautiful blessing, this beautiful gift of love that is shared so easily, so freely, so joyfully, I am so grateful to know that there is always more of this love available in each and every one of us, in everyone and everything. And so as we expand our minds, as we open our hearts, as we continue to further activate our souls during our time together, I'm so grateful to know that the thing that is being activated, the thing that is being opened up to, the thing that is expanding us from one breath, from one moment to the next and the next and the next, is pure, essential love expressing. And so as this community continues to build, as it continues to unfold and evolve into whatever expression is next, I'm so grateful to know that all of it is founded and grounded, is fully formed and informed by that one incredible, amazing energetic flow that is infinite in scope, that is creative by nature, that heals and blesses us all. Pure, essential love. So for all the love there is in this moment, knowing that there is always more, I am so eternally grateful. Simply releasing my word as law, knowing that our very time together and every moment after that is pure love expressing. So I release, I let go, I bask in this beautiful, bountiful flow, and so it is. And now, after taking a breath and just reveling in the beauty that we just experienced, if you would like to show your appreciation to the band, please feel free to do so. Oh, every time, guys, every time. Pablo, what was that today?
It's a traditional Cuban song called Berkeles.
What's it called? All right.
Taken from French. I think it means song from the country,
Okay.
you know,
Nice.
the vibe of the trees and the nature.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, that goes kind of nicely with our theme of harvest. So as we transition into not discussion, but a bit of a sharing of our new theme, I'm actually going to do something different today because it's the first week, and I'm going to invite my co-lead and beloved friend Sheri Hauser up to the stage, and we're going to have just a short discussion on harvest and our affirmation for harvest this month, which is, while sowing seeds of compassion, curiosity, and love, I cultivate an atmosphere of possibility, connection, and growth. So Sheri Hauser, come on up to the stage and let's sit in these comfy chairs that you set up for Radiate. All right, so I wanted to do this a little bit differently today. Here, let me move this out of the way over here. Because not only is it the first day of our new theme, but it also happens to be the first day after our anniversary of being co-leads at VTC for 1 full year.
Hoorah!
Huzzah! And so yesterday, when we were in one of our weekly meetings, then Sheri was the one to say, "Happy anniversary!" And I'm like, right! Just nose to the grindstone. And so we talked a little bit about, what's VTC like now compared to what it was a year ago. So knowing that we have been sowing seeds, we've been planting seeds, sowing seeds, cultivating, nurturing, all that kind of stuff, looking at the stuff that we're harvesting now, how is it that you feel after just a year and where VTC is now compared to where it was a year ago?
Well, sometimes I still can't believe that the vision we had when we met and we walked in the park together about what would it be like? What is it that you want for this community if they appointed you as leader? And I remember you said, well, I would want to have a service that's not on Sunday. And I thought, yeah, I'd want that too. Because I like to go to Dance Temple. That's my weekly church.
Yeah.
And here we are. Like, not only did Elevate come to life out of your desire for an evening event that might appeal to an audience that's maybe not a Sunday morning audience, but you wanted live music.
Mm-hmm.
And not just, one person at the piano, a band. So I really look at that, and one of the things I asked of you when we were in our regular meeting was, in celebrating our anniversary, I brought in an authentic relating game for us to play called Rosebud Thorn. And the idea behind Rosebud Thorn is it really opens up an opportunity to share pieces of information that you might not normally share with the people that you're having a work meeting with, or people you might be sharing dinner with. And it invites you to express one highlight, like one golden, beautiful thing that you're really proud of that's happening right now in your life. And also a thorn, something that's kind of prickly that might be getting you stuck, maybe getting in your way or keeping you up at night. And a bud is something hopeful, something nurturing that you're if you give it a little more love and attention, might turn into a rose. And it was so sweet to share those with you as we reflected on our year. Mm-hmm. So what would you like to say, what would you like to share with your Elevate audience, this special night that you created? You did this.
It took a lot to get to this, like a lot. And the musicians who we started out with are not the musicians that we're with today. There were a whole bunch in between. And it was interesting because Kelby and I were talking almost the whole time on the phone. And it took about 2.5 to 3 months before this came about. And once these guys came here, Pablo, Peter, and Kelby together, who have a history like themselves. I mean, these guys have been playing together for so long. And the number of times I've just sort of felt like they're like one musical, energetic organism over here that is just, expressing so joyfully, so playfully, sometimes with a little more funk and groove, and sometimes, a little more classical. But the gift that we receive every single week by having you guys here playing your music and then participating the way you do in the conscious conversation has just been extraordinary. And so I am so grateful that this is what, is unfolding still after however many months, because Elevate celebrates its first anniversary on November 22nd. You guys are like a year is in February, because it was just before Valentine's Day. But it feels so good to be nourished in this way. I love looking out, at the faces and seeing eyes closed and people, just sort of like feeling and embracing and embodying the music. And then the fun that we get to have and dance and move and connect. It's just, this really is one of my favorite roses, that has blossomed in the last year. So.
And when you think about the quote that you read for the meditation earlier tonight, that it begins with a thought that you really plant inside your head, and it's the vision of what it could be.
Yep.
And so a year ago, this beautiful space was offering 4 hours of community programming in a month. That was 1 hour on Sunday, once a week. And that was it. And as a reflection exercise coming into this 1-year anniversary, I looked at our calendar on our website that we designed, and we have an average of 40 hours of community programming now. So we've gone from 4 to 40 hours in a year. And that's something I'm really proud of.
Yeah, all the things. It's a brand new month, so if you take a look at the wall over there behind the silver bowl or on the door, you know, there's tons of events for this month that are shown there, and that's just the in-house events. I mean, we have communities that rent the space and gather here because this is a space that feels welcoming to them, that, you know, allows them to connect in the ways that they want to connect. And so knowing that there's a men's group, that there's a parenting group, that there's dance, that there's breath work, that there's stuff that happens just one-offs, and people are constantly asking, you know, hey, is the space available?
I got a new email this week from a practitioner who does somatic healing, breath work, and yoga.
So many things. So many things the space itself is inviting. So this really goes to show that when you intentionally plant seeds, you know, through thoughts, through ideas, through dreams, through desires, and then just, you know, really open up to the infinite possibilities of how they can unfold while taking baby steps to make them happen in the ways that we can, well, ta-da.
Ta-da. Because one of the things I remember saying a year ago is that I really want to see this space be of service to the community. And the only way that it can be of service to the community is if we're actually hosting things that citizens of this city want to come to.
Yeah.
And so how do we become that? It's like, well, we try. We begin where we are, and we grow from there.
Yep.
So thank you.
Thank you, and thank you, because this would not be community without you guys. So thank you. All right. All right. Okay, so this is the affirmation we get to lean into all month long. And you know what? This is a good one. So I'm going to get everybody to stand up. We're going to declare this together. So feet wide apart, chest and heart open, kind of a superhero stance. Let those words land where they may. And then let's all take in a big breath and declare together, while sowing seeds of compassion, curiosity, and love, I cultivate an atmosphere of possibility, connection, and growth. Beautiful. All right, go ahead and sit down. And we're going to move along into a feature tune. Do you want to introduce this one, Kelby? I bet people are going to recognize this.
All right. We have a beautiful tune. All right. This is a tune that actually is from, anybody know where Omemee, Ontario is? Yeah? No? Omemee. Omemee. Population 800. It's actually the birthplace of the mother of my daughter. And it's also where the Neil Young Museum is. And because Neil Young went to high school there, and I don't know if he wrote this song there, but he wrote a lot of his songs there. This is Harvest Moon. I hope you enjoy it. One, two, along. Come a little closer. Come hear what I Just like children sleeping, we could dream this night away. But there's a full moon rising. Come and dance with me in the light. We know where the music's playing. Come, let's go and feel the night. Cause I'm so in love with you. I wanna see you dance again. Cause I'm so in love with you. On this harvest moon, when we were strangers, I watched you from far. But when we were lovers, I loved you with all my heart. But there's a new moon rising. I wanna feel you in the night. I wanna celebrate, see it shining in your eyes. Cause I'm so in love with you. Wanna see you dance again. Cause I'm so in love with you. On this harvest moon, you got it, Pablo. I'm still in love with you. I wanna see you dance again. Cause I'm so in love with you. I wanna see you dance again. But I'm so in love with you. In this harvest moon, on this harvest moon, on this harvest moon, on this harvest moon.
Pablo Cardenas on piano, Peter Dowse on electric bass, and Kelby MacNayr vocals and drums. The Elevate Trio doing Neil Young. Wow. Thank you. Well, you guys can come on down and rest your instruments and your fingers and all that. Oh, every Wednesday. Eurythmics, Neil Young, Michael Franti, like, oh my gosh. All right, so new month, new theme, and sometimes these themes come and I don't know what's gonna come. And I'm like, harvest, okay, yeah, sure, fall. This feels a little loud. Jamie, just a smidge, thank you. But in the last couple of days, as we came upon, the year anniversary of Sheri and I starting here, on the heels of having our very first community forum on visioning on Sunday, then there's a lot to think about, and a lot to pay attention to and really consider when we look back at what is it that we're harvesting based on the choices and the seeds that we were planting and cultivating all year long. So going back to that quote from meditation from Rhonda Byrne, The Secret, the Law of Attraction lady, your thoughts are seeds and the harvest you reap will depend on the seeds you plant. Does that make sense to everyone? Yep. Yeah, okay. So whether it is, in a garden, you plant carrot seeds, you're gonna get carrots. You plant peppers, you're gonna get peppers. You plant eggplant, you're not gonna get squash, right? Unless maybe there's a volunteer or something like that happens, right? But generally, what you plant, there's some kind of code in there that is going to turn it into what it's supposed to be, and it's not going to become something else. Well, yes, and then there are those seeds that grow through concrete and asphalt with that determination and fortitude, right? So yes, 100%, and because the universe is a yes and kind of place. So same with your thoughts, same with your feelings, same with your choices, same with your actions. Those are all seeds that end up becoming something that you cultivate, whether you know it or not, right? Because it's been said that 95% of the time we're going through our day not really thinking consciously about what it is we're doing. About 5% of the day we are really dialed in to whatever it is that we're focused on. But 95% of the time, we're going by rote. We're just kind of cruising along based on things that we've experienced, things that we've thought, the memories that we have, what's in the collective consciousness. And we're doing so, and we're not aware of it. So when we are taking a look at what it is that we're harvesting, we get to really consider, is this what I want to be harvesting? And if it's not, maybe I got to go and take a look at the seeds that I was planting. Maybe I need to take a look at the way I was cultivating those seeds. Was it with love, or was it just like sort of leaving it, up to chance? And there is no chance. So as we talked about, just a few minutes ago, it's the 1-year anniversary that Sheri and I are celebrating of being co-leads at VTC. And so it fell around this time that we did this very, very first visioning forum on Sunday. And it was a really, really interesting experience because the first half was a visioning. So this wasn't about visualizing. It wasn't about having an idea of what VTC should and could be in mind. It was about letting go of everything, sort of opening up to no thingness, and just opening up to what wanted to come through. Intuitive knowing, wisdom, the infinite potentiality of the quantum field, all of those possibilities that VTC could be, what is it that wants to happen here? And then for the second half, it was more of a discussion. And the questions that we were considering were, who are we? What do we do? How do we do it? And why do we do it? And so almost everybody was offering their responses of, this is what I think, this is what I feel, this is why I'm here, this is what I appreciate about VTC. For those of you who are members, there's a membership form that you filled out, and there were some questions on there where you got to say, this is why I wanted to become a member, this is what my life has, changed like since I became a member, and this is what I would like to see more of. So it was kind of like that, but we really wanted to get clear on what is it that we're doing here? Like, who are we really as a community? And one of the things that came up was, it's kind of hard to express sometimes what it is that we do, even who it is that we are. Like, we feel good when we come here. So many people wrote when we did some market research that they come in feeling tired, that they feel rushed, that they feel distracted, and then they leave feeling uplifted, energized, connected, inspired, like they want to do more meditation. And so, what is it that happens here? Why do people end up walking out feeling better than they did coming in? Well, sometimes it's kind of hard to pinpoint. Yes, on Wednesdays there's amazing music. Yes, there's meditation. Yes, there's a talk. Yes, there's ways to connect. Maybe it's some of it, maybe it's part of it, maybe it's all of it. But there's so many different ways that we can be inspired. And on Wednesday, the tagline there, expand your mind, open your heart, activate your soul. That's what I really want for all of us every single time we get together, so that it amplifies the work that we're doing ourselves on our own, at home, in between. So in the forum, there was this discussion that was happening, and as these questions were being asked, we sort of went around, and then there was the final question of why do we do this? And just as the mic was coming to almost the last person, someone took it and then shared an experience that they had just had while the rest of us were talking about why do we do this? And what ended up happening for this individual was they were listening to some of the responses that were being given, and were finding that they were sort of starting to feel a little like prickly and nerpy at some of the responses that were being given. And one of the things that this person was thinking was, where's the challenge? Like, where's being challenged? Where's being sort of like stretched and pulled? Where's that? And so in an effort to kind of like shake off what was going on inside, this person ended up walking outside. And as soon as that person opened the door, there in front of this individual, lying on the sidewalk, was a young man that was almost unconscious, had a bike laying beside him with a garbage bag or something with some stuff in there. And so this individual from VTC went and sat with this person and just was there for this individual as this person regained consciousness, as this person was able to talk a little bit. And the person from VTC, navigating all the feelings that they were navigating, still had the ability and the capacity to be fully present for this person lying on the sidewalk that was in a bad way. And even doing so, there were all these thoughts going through this person's mind, should I get someone to come and help me? Should I call an ambulance? Should I do this? Should I do that? And still had the presence of mind to just be there and really, really be present with this individual. And eventually, our member came back in and really noticed right away, what is it that I was thinking as I was walking out the door? I wanted to be challenged. I wanted to be stretched. I wanted to feel something different. Well, and so it is. But the really neat thing, this person noticed that that's what was happening. This person noticed that thoughts really are things. And sometimes it happens in an instant like that. Sometimes it takes a while for those seeds to be cultivated and to germinate and to turn into something that you can then harvest. But this was such an incredible teachable moment. And then what was so beautiful was that this individual shared with the rest of the group that was here what had just happened. And so everybody got a chance to hear, got a chance to witness, got a chance to hold both individuals in love, in consciousness. And when we parted, there was already one person in the group who came up to me and shared this. But when we parted, what really, really struck me was, that's why we do what we do. We come together to remember that there is only one thing going on. Call it whatever it is that you want to call it, but ultimately, we are all that. And so it's up to us to remember that that's who and what we are. It's up to us to choose how much of that allness, that love, that creativity, that infinite potentiality we want to express as. And we can feel challenged, and we can still hold someone in consciousness and in love. We cannot know, we can sort of feel like, I don't know what it is I should be doing. Should I be calling someone? Should I be calling an ambulance? And still have the presence of mind to be with this individual and know that not only can I hold them in love, but they are love expressing. This is why we do what we do. And it was just such a profound moment of connection for our community, for being able to support someone, and for just hearing how New Thought teachings, and if you really practice, can make a difference in your life and then how you relate to others. So for those Unity fans who are here today, I have a quote by Myrtle Fillmore. Show me the seeds you sow and the thoughts you think, and I can foretell the manner of your harvest, for it is the same in your mind world or in the soil world. So just like sowing the seeds for a garden, we're sowing the seeds of our mind with our thoughts, our beliefs, our feelings, even our intentions, and our awareness. And the more aware we become that we are more powerful, we are bigger, we are more resilient, we are more creative than the thoughts we think, than the feelings that we have, than the experiences that we've lived, than maybe the trauma that feels like it's trapped in our body. When we really realize that we are so much more powerful and capable than all of that, that's when life starts to change. And not just for us, because then we recognize and we see that in others as well. And that's how our world starts to change. But it starts with us, right? So my question today, which is the title of my talk, is what are you harvesting? And so I have this collection of pictures here because it also made me think of not just what are you harvesting, but going back to how are you harvesting or how are you cultivating? Because if you look at this little girl with, I don't know, currants maybe on the left-hand side, doesn't she look delighted with her little harvest? Like, how happy is she, right? And doesn't it just make you feel happy? Well, it makes you feel happy and joyful because that joy and happiness already resides in you, right? She's not like giving it to you. She's not making it happen. Just all of a sudden, we're vibrating on that same frequency as she is, right? Then there are the little boys on the right-hand side. And to me, when I saw those, they just looked like they were being very discerning about the apples that they were picking and that they were sharing with each other, right? Not just any old apples, but this one and this one, you know, I've got it covered. And then, now I don't know my farm equipment. Is that a combine? Okay, thank you. So that combine, it made, this is the how, right? The combine just goes and picks up everything in its path, right? Whether it's the good wheat or the bad wheat or whatever it is that it's combining, it just gets everything, right? And so do we want to harvest everything? Not always. But the more intentional we are with the sowing of our seeds, with the germinating, with the cultivating, with the loving up of whatever it is that we're sowing, we could actually get to the point where when we're combining, we're actually gathering all the stuff that we want, right? We don't have to discard any of it. And then that bottom picture really was just sort of to fill in that little square there because there was nothing there. But, like, those are the seeds, right? And so the more we notice, the more we're aware of them, the more we love them, then the more we get to enjoy the harvest like that little girl and like those two little boys on the right there with the apples. So that's my question to you. What are you harvesting? You know, if you take a look at your life right now, are you living the life the way you want to live it? That's your harvest. And if you're not, then you got to take a look at the seeds that you've sown to get this harvest and maybe consider planting some other seeds, right? So back to our affirmation for the month. While sowing seeds of compassion, curiosity, and love, I cultivate an atmosphere of possibility, connection, and growth. An atmosphere in my mind, an atmosphere in my heart, an atmosphere that I carry around with me that vibrates at a certain frequency that then can help up-level those around me. That's what we all get to do every single moment of every single day. And so when we go to that song that we sang, which when I first heard it, I'm like, oh my God, John Denver and the Muppets, what? But then I looked... I looked through a few different versions and I found a hilarious Arlo Guthrie one, which I invite everybody to watch because he adds some of his own verses and then has this whole thing about Canada and the metric system in there. So funny. Anyway, inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. That speaks to intentionality and awareness, okay? Like we really need to focus on what is it that we are sowing? What is it that we're planting? Pulling weeds and picking stones, we are made of dreams and bones. We got to tend to our garden. You know, yeah, we can leave it, you know, for the asphalt and for the concrete and whatever sort of thing. But if we tend and we pull out the weeds as they're coming up, then all of that amazing bounty that is coming up, that is there, that is completely possible, we get to reap that harvest down the road. Grain for grain, sun and rain, find my way in nature's chain till my body and my brain tell the music of the land. I love this line because this just sounds like everything is connected. You know, the land, the seeds, the intention, the harvesting, cycle of life, but interconnectivity, or as I like to say, divine intertwinglement in action. And so it just speaks to the oneness and the allness that we are all this one incredible, amazing, creative, dynamic, energetic flow expressing as love. So I want to leave you with a funny quote. It's by Bill Meyer, who was a baseball player and manager, and it said on the internet, he holds the dubious distinction of having played with, then managed, two of the worst teams in the history of Major League Baseball. Okay, so here's his quote. Every thought is a seed. If you plant crab apples, don't count on harvesting golden delicious. Thank you, and so it is. All right, so now it's time for some conscious conversation. So I invite you to turn your chairs around into groups of 4, and we'll chat for about 10 minutes so that everybody gets a goodly amount of time to connect. And then I will ding the meditation bowl when it's time to come back. Two-minute warning, 2-minute warning. All right, everyone, I'm sorry to tear you away from your conversations, but come on back.
I have a bad knee, that's why I'm not standing.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. All right. So, thank you for being so engaged in your conversations. So switching gears a little bit, we have something additional today. Some of you may have noticed that there are 2 seats at the back there that have lights on them, and there is a very special reason, and that is because those 2 seats generally were filled with Daniela and her mom, Esther. And circumstances are such that last week, Esther was rushed suddenly to the hospital, and 5 days later, she passed away. So because Daniela is a very close friend of Sheri's, because she is our digital producer, and because she and her mom came to Elevate together, every single time they came together, we are going to remember Esther with a special musical tribute that Kelby and Peter and Pablo have put together.
We had a playlist that Daniela had that was the Esther playlist. And so these were songs that they loved to sing to each other. There was a lot of variety on the list, a lot of tear jerkers. This one maybe remembers the joy of Esther a little bit. So I hope you enjoy. The way you wear your hat, the way you sip your tea, the memory of all that. No, they can't take that away from me. The way your smile just beams, the way you sing off key, the way you haunt my dreams. No, they can't take that away from me. We may never meet again on that bumpy road to life, but I'll always keep the memory of the way you hold your knife, the way we danced till 3, the way you changed my life. No, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away. No, they can't take that
Thank you. And now we would normally do some love and appreciation with everyone who makes this production happen, who volunteers, who shows up. There's a little bit of gain or something happening. Thank you. But today we're going to love and appreciate Esther. So this is a picture of Esther and Daniela. And so if we could all just shout out to Esther, who is sailing the Viking seas to Valhalla or wherever she is going to these days, let's let her know how much we love and appreciate her. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you for elevating us with your soul. And so normally I would go into the abundance affirmation right now, but I'm just going to ask everyone to close your eyes or lower your gaze, and let's just open our hearts a little wider. So grateful for community. So grateful for friendship. So grateful for love and life itself. And grateful that in this moment we can amplify that love as the love that each and every one of us is, as we remember our friend Esther, as we hold Daniela in love, knowing that as a community, this love amplifies its way beyond these walls, out into the atmosphere, and is enveloping Daniela and Esther and everyone touched by Esther's presence in a warm, warm embrace. And so in gratitude, in reverence, and celebration for life, I'm so grateful to know that every single moment is an opportunity to heal, to grow, to expand, to connect, to revere, to remember, to honor, to celebrate, to be in joy. And so grateful for Esther and her presence, grateful for Daniela, grateful for these members of our community, and grateful for the opportunity to love and appreciate them right here, right now. So as we crack our hearts open just a little bit wider, let's just know that with every breath, every thought, every word, every deed, from this moment to the next and the next and the next, for Daniela, for Esther, for everyone, there is only love. Thank you, and so it is. All right, I'm quickly going to go through the announcements because there are posted announcements on the wall there. There are posted announcements on the door. And because we have 40 hours of programming every month now, there's a lot to go through. Celebrate Sundays, every Sunday, 12:30 to 12 or 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. right here. Thanksgiving Sunday, October 13th, is Friendship Sunday, so we will have our potluck then, and it'll be a Thanksgiving theme. 90 transformational breathwork, third Saturdays of the month. It's already half filled, so if you're interested in coming, let me know. Saturday, October 19th, 9 to 11:30 a.m. right here. Healing Circle, every third Sunday of the month. Reverend Carolyn Sheldon is back, and so she's going to be facilitating with me as we do our intentional affirmative prayer healing circle. No experience required, just the power of intention and your presence. So next one, Sunday, October 20th, 12:15 to 1 p.m. For everyone who was not able to come to the Visioning Forum on Sunday, we would love your presence and insight. And so we're going to do another one. Instead of Elevate Your Creativity this month, we're having our community visioning and forum on that date. And so please, if you are a member especially, if you are a newer regular attendee, your presence and your insight is essential as we lean into the infinite possibilities of what this community can become and get crystal clear on what is it we're doing here, how we can tell people about it, how we can share what it is that inspires us and has us feeling so good as we walk out those doors. So Wednesday, October 23rd, 7 to 9 p.m., talking to these guys.
October 13th on Sunday, Kelby will give Herman's jazz.
After here?
What are you doing? Jazz messengers?
Okay, we'll talk about it.
I don't think he knows.
Oh, no, he knows. Okay, all right. Awesome, thank you. Okay, Radiate, October 25th, Friday. More details to come, but it is going to be all about nourishment from within.
Nourishment from Within, and it'll be hosted by community member Joanne Hugo.
All right, who is actually the one that we did the lanterns with. This is going to be so much more than that. Okay, if you would like to be of service, please let us know. Don't wait to be asked. Just say, hey, I want to help. What can we know for you? If you or someone you know is in need of prayer, you can always email prayer@victoriatruthcenter.org. There's also a little prayer box with some forms there. You can fill them out, put them in the box, and our VTC prayer team will pray for you and yours affirmatively. I don't have a slide for it yet, but I'm also going to be teaching a class on affirmative prayer called And So It Is, the Art and Science of Effective Affirmative Prayer. It is starting on Thursday, October, I want to say 24th, if Friday is the 25th. That makes sense. More information to come on that. And if you're not already signed up for the newsletter, please, it is the best way to find out what's happening and when. Community announcement, apparently Kelby is playing on October the 13th.
Blue Note Repertory All-Stars that plays music from the Blue Note Records era
Ooh.
and features Peter Dowse on the bass.
Ooh.
I better do my homework.
Okay.
Yeah. It has a couple.
On Sunday the 13th, Thanksgiving weekend?
Yeah, who knew? I didn't know. But,
Okay.
but yeah, featuring the great friend of ours, all of ours, Cuban trumpet player Miguelito Valdez from the Buena Vista Social Club and the Afro-Cuban
right
All-Stars,
on.
and great saxophonist and a swinging piano player. Not Pablo on this one, but a different friend of ours. So.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Any other community announcements? Anybody want to share anything that's on the
Have
hub?
you got an AR slide?
Oh, there it is.
Shazam.
Shazam this Sunday night, y'all. Hosting some games up in here, and yes, it's gonna be sweet.
What is authentic relating games?
Oh.
Authentic related games. Well, in a nutshell, it is how can I be connected to myself and what is true for me, and how can I be connected to you and what your truth is. And so we play games that allow us to take the mask off of who we think we're supposed to be, so there's less pretending, and we get real with each other. So there's games like two people, like one-on-one, or maybe a triad, maybe a quad, maybe we're doing something in a circle. But the theme is co-creation, so it's a lot about what's alive, what's here in the room, and what do people need right now. And that's how we're going to play.
It's worth coming to. Okay. Anybody else have anything they'd like to share? All right. That means that. Well, yes, one more thing. It is hanging up, but the annual One Spirit event that is put on by the Victoria Multi-Faith Society and the Hindu Parashad Temple and Cultural Center in Saanich is happening Sunday, October 27th. It is several different faiths coming together to celebrate oneness through prayer, song, stories, and dance. And there is a delish vegetarian East Asian meal that is served afterwards. Totally free, although you can donate something to help cover the cost of food. It is such a wonderful event. I'm going to ask you a question afterwards. So if you want, there's a QR code there. It's also on the poster. You can scan it and just register for the form so that we know who's coming. All right, and now it's time to stand on up again. We're going to sing an Amy Steinberg tune. For anyone who's been here on Sundays for September, you'll know this tune. And we're sprinkling in Amy's music because she is coming in November for a concert.
And then And the second time that happened, 4 comes back. 4, 5, 1. Just Lasia's gonna sing.
Just me?
Yeah. Oh, unless you want me to sing. I mean, I'll sing with you.
I have a thing. Okay, I do this on Sundays. Okay. All right. This way. All right, so just follow along. It's I light up the world with my light, then it's going to switch to you, then it's going to switch to we. And then there's a breakdown. All right? Okay.
And then the second time, E flat, F.
And you celebrate Sunday, people. Help out.
All right, here we go. You want to count us in, or you want me to?
I don't,
Perfect. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2.
I light up the world with my light. 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 Turn to someone next to you. You light up the world with your light. 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 As a community, we light up the world with our light. 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 Let's break it down. We light it up, we light it up, we light it up, we light up, we light up, we light up the world. We light it up, 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 we light up the world. All right, everybody, bless your neighbor. I light up the world with my light. 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 Light up the world with your light. We light up the world with our light. Our light. Light up the world with our light. We light up the world with our light. Woo! All right. Thank you for joining us for another Elevate Wednesday at the Victoria True Center. Whether you are here in person or online, we love you. We appreciate you. We're so glad you're here. We'll see you again next week with Sheri Hauser filling in. Woo!
have a little bit of an announcement to make here. You may or may not know this, but it happens to be the fabulous Reverend Lesia's birthday on October the 8th. 8th. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Woo, woo. So, should we do happy birthday? Happy birthday. G? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Happy birthday. Where? Oh, I was thinking happy birthday. G. Birthday. Happy birthday, dear Lesia. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.